Hello, YouTube. We here with.
Hey, what's up? It's Tim Bailey, TR Bailey 823, or as I've changed the name to E&T Collectibles. I just got top 4 at ARG Columbus, second after Swiss, and I played Block Dragon BA. So let's just get into that deck list. Right? 3 Mathematician. It's the best starter card in the deck. And you can just send all sorts of different options from it. 3 Block Dragon, because you want to see the card for sure. 3 Gallus, 3 Bell. Bell is an Earth. Bell is an Earth tuner, so that makes it's an Earth monster, so it's a big deal. So you can remove it off Block Dragon and stuff. I don't play any other hand traps, and it is because I also play 3 Orbital Hydrolander. So I just try to make sure that Hydrolander's live. And then I realized in testing is like we just need to like have a hand trap that does the same thing. So like I did try like playing around with like 1 copy of this, 1 copy of that, and the deck ran smoother without hand traps at all. So when I added these in as just the 3 of it, was also level 3. So in a pinch, like you could actually play Yu-Gi-Oh with it if you need to. And then for the targets for Block Dragon, of course, besides Block Dragon itself, 2 Gigantes and 2 Rock Spirits. Gigantes is a heavy storm if it's destroyed by battle. This card gains 200 attack during your opponent's battle phase, so that literally is completely irrelevant because this is 2019. They're level 4 monsters. You just remove, play 2 of each, so that way it doesn't clunk too bad for the Orbital Hydrolander. And then I play 1 Tour Guide and 1 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. A lot of people are going to be like, why do you only play 1 Fiendish Rhino Warrior? And it's actually very simple as to why I only play 1. As you saw, a lot of the cards that are once per turn, there's only 1 copy of in my deck, as you will see as we keep going. So this card at multiple copies in your hand could brick you, whereas if you just drew 1, you could play. But really, you just want to send it off the first Cherubini to get an additional Earth monster target, and that's it. You might Levier it back for plays later. And then a whole bunch of 1-of cards. So 1 Psychic Tracker. It can only be summoned once. So we're not trying to get cards get stuck. 1 Psychic Wielder, again, I'm not trying to get cards stuck. 1 Sea Archiver. So a lot of people don't know what this card does. If a monster is summoned to a zone of link points to, I can special summon this from the graveyard, or I can special summon it from my hand. It doesn't have to go to where link arrow is pointed to. So one of the cool kind of things you can do is you could summon Tour Guide and make it Chain Link 1, and then this card be Chain Link 2, because they're both optional effects. So it allows you to kind of chain block things. It doesn't come up very often, but it can. 1 Edge-Imp Sabers. It's just a really good card in this deck. Giant Rex. Getting free cards is always awesome in Yu-Gi-Oh! And with Block Dragon banishing cards from the grave, you get to do that. And then I play 1 of each Burning Abyss monster. 1 Skarm, 1 Graf, 1 Sur, 1 Libic, 1 Calcab, 1 Dragig, 1 Rubik, 1 Cagna, 1 Alec, 1 Barbar, and 1 Farfa. You play it this way, so that way you don't end up with multiple copies in the grave for Hydrolander. And one of the cool things is, like, people will ask, like, don't you need more than 1 Farfa? But you really don't, because in the opening play you use Saryuja, so if you drew Farfa, you just grab it back off Dante and then you put it to the bottom of the deck with Saryuja, or you Second's Light it back. So it's really not that big of a deal. And then just 3 spells. 3 Second's Light. Who would have guessed it? Alright, so let's do the extra deck. The extra deck, 1 Cherubini, 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Topologic Trishbania, 1 Saryuja, 1 Mech Night Crusadia Avramax, 1 Boral Sword, and then for the Xyz I play 1 Leviator, 2 Dante, 1 Abyss Dweller, Beatrice, and Pilgrim. So people are probably asking, like, how in the world did you do well with this deck? So a lot of people don't really understand what this deck can do. Pretty much every turn 1, as long as you don't like brick really bad, which is kind of hard to do, honestly, in this deck, because everything's so extendy and 1-ofs and stuff. Most games I end with Beatrice Dweller in a rank 4, or in a link 4. So the Link 4 is either going to be Abramax or Saryuja. It all depends on a few different situations. If I get an additional extender, it becomes the Saryuja because you get more cards to try to find Orbital Hydrolander. And then Orbital Hydrolander is obviously a bonus. So there's a lot of games where you end with that and Orbital Hydrolander. So obviously that's a couple of disruptions with Abyss Dweller. And that's really, really hard for a lot of people to get through. In fact, I won several games where people had like impermanence and like double called by the grave, you know, going second trying to break my board, and they still couldn't because cards like Abramax are just too good, and Dweller and Beatrice are just ridiculous. I mean, it's just this deck's kind of insane. I mean, it's not as insane as like what the Thunder Dragon deck does, but this deck is so undervalued. So for my side deck, I borrowed these. So I had 3 Droll Lockbird, 3 Electric Virus, 1 of each of these kaijus, the Wind, Earth, and Water. And then the only spells and the only traps I play anywhere, I play 3 Eradicator and 3 Trap Trick. This is basically for Sky Striker and other like trap decks. So like, or other decks that play traps. But yeah, these were just like gotcha card against Strikers. It's the hardest matchup for the deck. So yeah, so that's my deck list. Please like and subscribe. And
Any shout outs?
Any shout outs? Yeah, Justin Singh and I really talked about this a couple days before, like, hey, like, how should I like polish up the side deck and stuff? And you know, we were either gonna do like a spell canceller thing, but then just like this card just too good. Like Eradicator being at 6 is ridiculous. That card should be limited to 1, and that would mean that you can only play 1, and then this wouldn't be the case. Then we'd be playing spell cancelers. But yeah, this is just too good. So that was really the big thing that Justin and I conversed about. But we talked a little bit about this deck. I tried a couple different variants, but yeah, this deck is honestly really, really good, really underrated. Shout out to all my friends that I'm here at the event with, and shout out to Chris for recording this for me. I appreciate that. And again, you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. That's it.
All right, guys. Peace.